All right, and hello everyone. As you can see, we're talking about Lunar, the Remastered collection. Now, this, I believe I pre-ordered, it was either October, September, around there. Finally showed up. By the way, today's date is January, middle of January. I think it's the 20th, 2026. So it finally showed up. I'm kind of excited to take a look. Remember, this is like, I don't know, some game devs are making collector's editions without the actual game. I already own the game. Actually, hold on one second. So as you can see, I do already own the game. Lunar Remastered Collection for the Switch. It does have both Lunar 1 and 2 fully remastered. So I don't really need the collector's edition to actually come with the physical game because I do already own the physical game. It's just a little weird that the collector's edition doesn't actually have the game with it. But I have seen more and more game devs doing this lately. They'll have like I remember back on the day, like a couple years ago, Tiny Tina's Wonderland came with like Tiny Tina's Treasure Trove, and it came with a bunch of collectors and extra shit, but it didn't actually come with the game itself, which I know we got that, and we had to get the game separate, which was, again, a little weird, but it was just, it is what it is. My only complaint about the actual game, right, they remastered and redone everything, which is good. They added a bunch of quality of life features, which is also good. The ability to like fast forward through battles to make it not so long, quick saves, all that stuff. My only complaint is that they weren't able to keep the original voice actings from the original PlayStation 1 versions. Now, if you've ever played the original, they're not the original. Okay, so Lunar 1 and Lunar 1 originally was a Sega Saturn game on the Sega Saturn, and then it was remade on the PlayStation, and Working Design specifically remade the PlayStation 1 edition, and it featured fully voiced characters. And the fully voiced characters were a product of their time, because this was in the 90s, and in the 90s they had kind of like dated references, kind of quirky character developments, the way the characters said, the jokes they made. It was charming, but it wasn't 100% accurate to the script. But to the people that are actually nostalgic for this game, they still prefer the charming, dated, quirky dialogue that was in the original PlayStation games. And unfortunately, Gung Ho, the remaster was done by Gung Ho Gaming. Unfortunately, they decided to just not include the original voice acting and have all new voice acting, which is fine, but it would have been nice to have an option to pick between the original voice acting and the new voice acting, because while Working Designs is no longer a real company, the head, the ex, because he's not, obviously the company doesn't exist anymore, but the original head of Working Designs, who is still around, but he's not working, obviously the company doesn't exist, he said that they still do, in fact, have all the raw voice work data available, and he was willing to offer Gung Ho this voice work data for a very fair and reasonable price. He wasn't like going to charge him an exorbitant amount of money for this voice acting. It was already pre-packaged, ready to go, ready to hand to Gung Ho Gaming so that they could add it to their remaster. But Gung Ho was the ones that were not interested whatsoever in the original voice acting, and that's kind of a shame, because the whole point of a remaster, yeah, I get it, you're also trying to like trying to get new eyes to your product, people that have never played Lunar 1 and 2 before. You're trying to get a new audience for the game, but it's also a remaster for fans of these games, right? So it is a shame that fans that grew up with the quirky, obviously dated now, but still charming and fun voice acting of the PlayStation 1 games are not going to be able to get that, unfortunately. But it is what it is. I mean, thankfully I do still have Lunar 1 and 2 on the PlayStation still, and I'm never going to get rid of those. This is one of the main reasons why, but also for nostalgia. But I digress. Enough with that. Enough of the voice acting. Let's see what we actually get with the actual collection here. Alright. It is still sealed, so I do have to bring a knife out. Hopefully don't get in trouble, because who knows how YouTube is with weapons. This is only for opening products. It's not even on... Nope, it's not even on film. Okay, good. As I said, I am a big fan of these games. I kind of wish they would make another one. We don't talk about Lunar on the DS. We do not talk about that game. That game does not exist. As far as we are concerned, there are only 2 Lunar games. Alright. Hopefully this is still in frame. Okay. It is nice. This is a good quality box. It is magnetic, which is always nice. This whole flap here is magnetic. It seals up. On a very good quality there. Ooh, we got Lunar Remastered. We got a nice little cloth poster. I'm not going to open it because it'll be a pain for me to fold it back up properly in this. We got a t-shirt. I guess I should open it. Which I guarantee you, because I'm a bigger person, so this is probably not going to fit me at all. Does it even have a size on here? Wait, hold on. Well, anyway, let me pull this back a bit so you can see. It is a cute shirt. Looks like it's an extra large, so again, I'm a bigger person, so it probably ain't gonna fit me. When I did order this, it didn't give me an option to choose a size for a shirt. So I don't know why it didn't give me the option to choose a size, but it didn't let me choose a size. So I guess that's just extra large is the default that you get. I'm assuming it's an extra large just from the size. It doesn't really tell you on there. It just says like Lunar Remastered Collection and all the copyright gubbins. Well, I might as well open this since I'm opening everything. This is the cloth poster, I'm pretty sure. Not particularly big. Not bad. Not too bad. Has the characters from Lunar 1 and 2 on it. Alright, let's see what else do we got in here. Althena's Treasure Box. I'm sorry for jerking the camera around like that. So we got this desk mat, which again, I have to pull this back. For the desk mat, let's see. Well, gaming mat, desk mat, you know what they say. It's like whatever they're called. Pretty big. Has both Lunar 1 and 2 scenes on it. Not bad. Put that aside. Alright, what else do we got in here? I'm not going to open this, but as you've seen one, you've seen them all. It's again the acrylic standees with, like, you got the backdrops, you got the middle ground, you got the foreground, you got all the little characters that you can arrange in any way you want. We've all seen a million of these acrylic standees. I'm not a huge fan of acrylic standees. I kind of think they're kind of pointless, but it's always like a cheap option that these game devs kind of throw in every collector's box, it seems. We got a lenticular postcard. Changes from one to the other. I always hate this material. Oh, I hate that material. Even as a kid, because like this lenticular material was all over the place in the 90s and early 2000s. Like it was all over. And I have such sensory issues. Oh, I hate it. Oh, it just makes me cringe every time I hear it or feel it. It's just, oh, I can't stand that material. Okay. These are cool. These are the bromide cards. The kind of bromide cards you collect in the game. It's very kind of cool. So let me open them and show you. The bromide cards are pretty dope. They're not trading cards, no, but they're like bromide art cards, you know? And they feature the same bromide cards that are in the game itself. Mostly Lunar 2 from the look of it, but you got some Lunar 1s in there. Very nice art. Same as in the game. Pretty cool. We got a little mini keychain of Lunar 1, it looks like. Pretty cool. But again, I don't really use keychains that much, so because every time I put a keychain on my keyring, the chain breaks, falls off, never seen again. Not really the point. You got these very cool pixelated pins. I think they're acrylic pins, but they're all pixelated from Lunar 1 and Lunar 2. It's very kind of cool looking. I do like the art aesthetic. I'm pretty sure. No, there should be a book in here somewhere, I think. Let me. Oh, nope. I guess that was it, actually. Okay. And that's about it for the Lunar Althena collection. Again, not a bad collection. Kind of, I think, would have benefited from maybe like a special art book of some sort, I think would have helped. I'd trade in the acrylic standee or the desk mat for an art book, personally. I'm more of a fan of art books than I am acrylic standees, personally. Or desk mats, because I got a million desk mats, and while I like the game, I'm not about to use that particular desk mat for anything, you know? But, not bad, not bad. I have one more. Obviously, you can see it over there. But I'm going to make that a separate video. I'm going to film it right after this one. So, I'll see you in a second.